The smartest minds on Earth cannot read this book. The NSA failed. The FBI gave up. Even modern AI systems cannot crack it. For 600 years, the Voynich Manuscript has defeated every single person who tried to decode it. And what makes it terrifying is this: carbon dating proves it is real. This is not a hoax. Someone, somewhere, between 1404 and 1438, wrote 240 pages in a language that does not exist. They drew plants that do not grow on Earth. They created star charts that match no known sky. The manuscript sits today in Yale University's Beinecke Rare Book Library, catalog number MS408. Thousands of researchers have studied it. All of them failed. But here is what nobody tells you. In the last 5 years, patterns emerged in the text. Patterns that should not be there. Patterns that suggest the manuscript might not be gibberish at all. What they discovered changed everything we thought we knew about medieval Europe. November 1912. Wilfrid Voynich, a Polish book dealer, enters Villa Mondragon near Rome. The Jesuit priests there are selling off their library. Hidden in a dusty chest, Voynich finds it. A vellum codex unlike anything he has ever seen. The pages are covered in flowing script. Elegant. Organized. Completely unreadable. The illustrations are even stranger. Botanical drawings of plants with impossible anatomy. Root systems that spiral in ways nature never designed. Astronomical diagrams showing eclipses that never happened. And the most disturbing section, dozens of naked women bathing in strange green liquid, connected by elaborate plumbing systems. Voynich knows he has found something extraordinary. He shows it to the world's leading cryptographers. All of them fail. William Newbold, a professor at the University of Pennsylvania, spends years analyzing it. In 1921, he claims to decode it. He says it contains knowledge about cells and galaxies, written centuries before telescopes existed. The academic world celebrates. But here is what they did not know. Newbold's method was completely wrong. Other scholars prove it within 3 years. He dies in 1926, his reputation destroyed. The manuscript remains unreadable. And that was only the beginning. Fast forward to 1969. The National Security Agency gets involved. These are the people who break enemy codes during wartime. They have supercomputers. They have the world's best cryptanalysts. They assign their top team to the Voynich manuscript. They analyze letter frequency. They look for patterns. They run statistical models. After months of work, they publish their findings. The text shows characteristics of natural language. It has the right ratio of common versus rare characters. It follows something called Zipf's law, which all human languages obey. But here is the problem. They still cannot read it. The words are too short. Real languages have longer average word length. The manuscript has almost no words longer than 10 characters. It is like someone created a language that looks real but functions wrong. Then in 2009, a physicist named Gordon Rugg proposes something disturbing. He demonstrates that the entire manuscript could have been created using a simple table and grid system. A hoax method from the 1500s called a card and grill. He recreates text that looks identical to the manuscript in just hours. The academic world erupts. Is the world's greatest mystery just an elaborate fraud? But wait. Carbon dating done in 2009 by the University of Arizona proves the vellum was created between 1404 and 1438. That is 80 years before the card and grill was invented. Rugg's theory collapses. And what researchers found next was even more disturbing. In 2013, Marcelo Montemoro from the University of Manchester discovers something nobody expected. The manuscript shows semantic networks. Certain words appear together in patterns. Just like real language. Words in the botanical section do not appear in the astronomical section. The text has structure, meaning, purpose. This cannot be random gibberish. Someone encoded real information here. 2016, artificial intelligence enters the game. A team from the University of Alberta builds an algorithm specifically to crack the Voynich code. They feed it samples of 380 different languages. The AI analyzes letter patterns, word structure, and syntax. After processing millions of permutations, the AI delivers its verdict. The manuscript is most likely encoded Hebrew. The letters are replaced with symbols, and the vowels are removed, which is common in Hebrew writing. The researchers test this theory. They run the text through translation software. They get fragments, partial words, phrases about farming, nature, light. It seems to work. But here is the problem. The translations are incoherent. You can force almost any language to fit if you bend the rules enough. Other researchers try the same method with Latin, Arabic, and even Chinese. They all get similar partial results. The AI did not crack it. It just proved the manuscript is good at looking like multiple languages at once. Then in 2019, something stranger happens. Gerard Cheshire, a researcher at the University of Bristol, claims he decoded it in just 2 weeks using Proto-Romance language. He says it is a health manual written for Maria of Castile. The academic community tears his theory apart within days. His translations make no linguistic sense. But here is what nobody talks about. In 2020, a Turkish engineer named Ahmet Ardik claims the manuscript is actually written in a Turkic language from Anatolia. He publishes translations about herbal medicine and bathing rituals. Again, experts reject it. But why do so many people independently find patterns? Why does the manuscript seem to whisper meanings that vanish when you look closer? The most terrifying theory came in 2021. A cryptographer named Klaus Schmey analyzed every hoax theory, every decode attempt, every AI result. His conclusion: the Voynich manuscript is a constructed language. Someone in the 15th century invented an entire linguistic system from scratch. Not to hide information, but to create it. The manuscript might be the only record of a civilization, religion, or knowledge system that existed nowhere else. And whoever created it made sure we would never understand it. The Voynich manuscript sits in Yale today, valued at over $10 million. Researchers still request access every month. Nobody has cracked it. But here is why this matters. In an age where we think we have figured everything out, this 240-page book humbles us. The smartest algorithms cannot read it. The most advanced AI stumbles over its pages. It reminds us that knowledge can be lost. That civilizations can vanish without trace. That someone 600 years ago knew something we do not. And maybe never will. The manuscript is not just a mystery. It is a warning. Information is fragile. Meaning is temporary. And sometimes, the past refuses to speak to us. If this story kept you questioning reality, subscribe to Tenebris. We uncover the dark truths the world forgot, one mystery at a time. Hit the bell. A new secret drops every week. And if you think the Voynich manuscript is strange, wait until you hear about the Codex Seraphinianus, a book written in 1981 that nobody can read either. Subscribe and hit the bell for a new dark truth every day.